And we are live. All right, welcome everyone. Again, good evening to all viewers from India. Good morning to everyone from the US. So, bright and sunny morning here in Charlotte on Saturday. So, we are here for the second friendly match between Maestro's Chess Academy, Hyderabad, and the Chess Hobbits. So we have Coach Rishi Pal Singh as well as Amit Pal Singh with me. So we're going to do live commentary and analysis today. But more importantly, what we're going to do today is we're going to have both the teams introduce themselves, come on video, introduce themselves for the initial 10 minutes, and then we're going to get started. Yeah. So I'm going to hand over to Rishi. Rishi, would you like to have your teams introduced?
Yep, sure, Karthik. Thank you so much. So, I'll call out the names. So, Velava, do you want to go first?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Velava Ragavesh. I am a 6th grade student of Indian School Al-Seeb, ISAS, Oman. I have been playing chess for the past 4 years. My favorite player is Michael Tal. I like chess because it improves our logic and memory skills. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thanks,
Thank you,
Velava.
Velava.
Aditya Garimala.
Hello, my name is Aditya Garimella. I have been playing chess from past 1.5 years. I study in 6th grade in Prerna Waldorf School in Hyderabad. My favorite player is Mikhail Tal. I like chess as I like the challenge it brings to my brain.
Great. Thank you. Anil Prajapati.
My name is Anil Kumar Prajapati. I am an adult chess player and playing since last 3.5 years. My favorite player is Gary Kasparov, and I like chess because it helps
3.5 years. My favorite player is Gary Kasparov.
It helped me to improve my concentration and memory power. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ehan Sheikh.
Hello, my name is Rahman. Class 5 of school. I am playing chess.
Can you be a bit louder? We are having some difficulty
Yeah.
hearing you. Can you come again?
Yeah,
Be a
Ehan,
bit louder.
can you adjust your microphone?
Hello everyone. My name is Ehan Sheikh and I am studying in class 5 of Army Public School. I like chess because it challenges my mental.
We are having some difficulty hearing him. So,
Yeah.
can you repeat the last part? You said you like chess because, and then we lost you. Can you come again one more time?
I like chess because chess challenges me mentally in every chess game.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ehan. Yeah. Yoga Harshini.
Hello everyone, my name is Yoga P. I've been playing chess since the last 1.5 years. I study in Suryaji Global School 5th grade. I like chess because it improves my memory.
I've been saying the exact same thing.
My favorite player is Mikhail Tal. Thank you.
Everybody loves tall, right? So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Harshini. Sorry, Sridhanvi.
So, hi, my name is Sridhanvi. I've been playing chess from past 2 years. So I'm studying in 10th grade in St. Other Global School. Have any favorite recipes?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Arush Reddy.
Hi everyone, I am Karthik. I am studying in Little Class School. My favorite player is Magnus Carlsen. I love chess because it improves my concentration.
Can you repeat the last line? You said you love chess because, and then we lost you.
I love chess because it's improve my calculation.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Vopu Gandala, Arush.
Hi everybody. Good evening to everybody. I am Arush Uppugandla. I am playing chess since the last 3 years. I am in grade 8 in Chaitanya Vidyalaya. I like chess because it helps improve my creativity and my favorite player is Bobby Fischer.
Who's your favorite player? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Sage.
My name is Sahajdeep Kaur. I'm playing chess when I was 5 years old. My school name is Olajuwon Global School. I'm from grade 5. I like chess because it's an interesting game.
All right. And who's your favorite player?
And Sage, who is your favorite player?
Favorite player is Judith Polgar.
Judith Polgar. Awesome.
Okay. Different test. Good. Akshat.
Hi everyone, my name's Akshat Bhargava. I go to UWC Singapore, grade 9. I'm 15 years old and I've been playing chess for 8 years now. I love chess because it improves my creativity and my critical thinking skills.
It should be really late in Singapore, right?
Yes, it's 10 o'clock right now.
All right. I understand.
Okay. Thanks. Purav.
Hello everyone, my name is Purav Khandelwal. I am from class 4th and my school name is Time School in Bandlaguda. I like chess because it improves my memory skills and my favorite player is Bobby Fischer.
Thank you.
A lot of fans of Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, we have
Right.
2 Bobby Fischer fans, 4 Tal fans, 1 Kasparov, 1 Judith Polgar, 1 Carlsen. So, all right. So I'm keeping count.
Oh, great, Karthik. You are keeping a good count. Good. Naman Arora.
Hello, this is Naman Arora from board 12. I'm playing chess since the last 3 years. I'm studying in Delhi Public School, Hyderabad, 6th grade. My favorite player is Magnus Carlsen. I like chess because there are many challenges which you have to brace yourself against and even more solutions for each challenge.
Thank you, Naman.
Great. Anaya.
Hello everyone, my name is Anaya Agarwal. I'm from class 3. My school is Surik International School. My favorite player is Judith Polgar. I like chess because it's an interesting game and mind game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anaya. Yeah, Ritika. And the last
My
member from Maestro.
My name is Ritika. I'm studying in 4th grade. My school name is Delhi School of Excellence. My favorite player is Bobby Fischer. I like chess because it improves my concentration.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, Karthik, over to you. We are done with the Maestro side.
Awesome. Awesome. So I'll start with Pradyumna. Pradyumna?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good evening to everyone in India. My name is Pradyumna Kotapalli. I finished 10th grade. I go to Ardriga High School. I've been playing chess for the past 7 years now. My favorite player is Fabiano Caruana. And the thing I like about chess is that no matter how much you play, there's always
Pradyumna, I lost you. You said no matter, and then I lost you.
yeah. No matter how much you know, there's always more to learn.
That's awesome. Thank you, Pradyumna.
Thank you.
Hemi?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Hemachandra Ramba. I just finished 8th grade and I'm going to Ravenwood High School. And I think I've been playing chess for around 6 years. And I like chess because of all the tactics and all the calculation that goes into it. So,
Who's your favorite player, Hemi?
oh, my favorite player is probably Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer. All right. Thank you, Hemi. Advait,
My name is Karthik.
come sit here.
I've been playing chess for two and
You
a
sit
half
here.
years.
Nobody can hear you.
I've been playing chess
Look-
for
look
two
here
and a
and
half
speak.
years. I'm from Charlotte.
Can anybody hear him? You
No.
gotta speak up here. So can you?
No. Sit here.
Yeah, just come sit here. No?
My name is Advais. I'm from. I've been playing chess for 2.5 years.
Louder.
I'm from Charlotte. I like chess because of the possibilities and there's just always more to learn, and I go to Jan Freeze Middle School.
Who's your favorite player?
Magnus Carlsen.
Okay, he says Magnus Carlsen. All right, thank you, Advait.
Yeah.
Adarsh.
Oh, my name's Adarsh Rajagopal. I'm going to 12th grade, and I currently attend Mallard Creek High School. And my favorite player is Hikaru Nakamura, and the reason I like chess is that it improves my logical thinking and problem-solving skills.
Thank you, Adarsh. Rahul.
My name is Rahul Ramesh. I'm going to Carnage Middle School. I've been playing chess for 3 years, and my favorite chess player is Wesley So.
Wesley, so all right. Can you adjust your camera so because we can only see your hair, so can you just bend it a little bit? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. So Lalit.
Yeah, hi. My name is Lalit Chalari. I'm going to 10th grade. I go to Ardrikale High School. My favorite chess player is Paul Murphy. And I like chess because it makes me happy when I win.
I'm glad we have a Morphe fan. That's awesome. That's good. All right. Thank you, Rishi. Rishi Jasti.
My name is Rishi. Jasti, and I'm in 5th grade, and I'm from Charlotte. And I played chess for 5 years on and off, and my favorite chess player is Carlsen.
Awesome. Thank you, Rishi. I'm glad we got your video working. So that's awesome. Okay, Anish.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Anish. I'm going to 10th grade, Ardrikale.
Can you
High
adjust
School.
your camera? We can only see your glasses.
Yeah, I've been playing chess for 2 to 3 years, and I play chess because it's fun.
And who's your favorite player, Anish?
My favorite player is Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer. All right. Thank you, Anish. Jnani.
My name is Nyani Ramba, and I go to Sunset Elementary, and I like chess. I've played chess for 2.5 years now, and I like chess because it's a tactical game, and you can find tactics anywhere, basically every move. And my favorite player is Bobby Fischer.
All right. So looks like Bobby Fischer has taken a lead now over Michael Tall. So all right. Thank you, Jnani. So next, Akshay.
Hello, my name is Akshay Rajagopal. I'm going to 7th grade and I go to a Piedmont Middle School.
I
like chess because it improves my memory and critical thinking skills. And then I've been playing for 2 years.
All right.
And my favorite player is Vishwanath Anand.
All right, so we finally have an Anand fan. Okay, all Indian people, and I'm glad finally one Anand fan. So that's good. Thank you, Akshay. All right, and then Samarth.
Hello, my name is Samarth Kedari, and I'm going to seventh grade in Community House Middle School. And I like chess because it improves my concentration. And my favorite player is Magnus Carlsen.
Thank you, Samarth. Mokshit.
Hi, my name is Moksha from Palu, and I study my I stu- I'm finished second grade, and then my school is Boca Street, and my favorite player is Magnus Carlsen, and I like chess because it improves my memory.
All right. Thank you, Mokshit. Shravan.
Hi, yeah, my name is Shravan Dash. I go to Elon Park. I'm going to fifth grade, and I like chess because it improves your creativity. And my favorite player is Bobby Fischer.
Thank you, Shravan. Ravish.
My name is Ravish Seth. I go to Metrolina Regional Scholars Academy. I'm going to fourth grade. My favorite player is Magnus Carlsen, and I like chess because it helps me with my memory.
Thank you, Ravish. So that's it from the chess Hobbit side. I think we've covered everyone. So looks like Magnus Carlsen seems to be the most popular player, and followed by Fischer, followed by Tal. That's the count I have. So from what I heard. So, and I'm glad at least we have one person support who says Anand is his favorite. So that's good. So, all right. So just one thing I want to announce, and then we can all log off from Zoom, and then you can start on chess.com. Okay. Today is Coach Rishi's birthday. So can we all say happy birthday to him 3 times together with me? Happy birthday, Coach Rishi. Can you tell it with me?
Happy birthday, Rishi, Coach.
Happy birthday, Coach Rishi.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Coach Rishi.
Coach Rishi.
All right. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Rishi. And with that,
Thank you.
this was. All right. So with that, let's thank you everyone for joining. So I would request all the players to log off of Zoom, and then we will be starting the round in the next 2-3 minutes. All right. So.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. All the best to both the teams.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay, Karthik, I also will be logging off.
All right.
So they will be sending, they will start sending the request, right?
Yes. Yes. The challenges will start coming from the Chess Hobbits team now.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just waiting for everybody to log off. We have 2 more people, Ritika and Anaya, and then once they log off, we can we can start the challenges. Good luck to everyone. Ritika, you can log off from Zoom.
Yeah, Karthik, else you can. Yeah, sure.
All right. I think we're good. So I'm gonna ask the teams to send the challenges now. All right.
Sure.
Give me a moment. So we'll be starting in a moment. I've just asked the team to send their challenges.
So, Karthik, unlike last time, Hobbits would be initiating the challenge, or you want the White to initiate the challenge?
No, we already mentioned that the chess hobbits will initiate the challenge, so that's exactly what I told the team as well. So let's see. I mean, I think already the challenges should be in place. So maybe what you can do is if you can go to chess.com on your end and then start observing the games, right, of your players. I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna tag all the games so that we can start seeing it very quickly. Yeah. Yes. Everybody can send their challenges. So
It says my opponent is not online.
so just wait for a minute and then we should be okay. So I'm just first gonna go and tag all the players. So then it becomes easy. So all right, some games have started. So let's see which ones. I see Chess Spy has started. Uh, Chess Pro 565 looks like he started as well. Okay, I'm just gonna tag each of them. Chess Spy, Chess Master Gnani has started. Observe. All right. Chess Pro Go 5 started. All right. Tag Minku has started. So give me just a minute, Rishi. So I tag all the games and then we can get going. Yeah. I want to tag everybody so it's easy for us to track later. Okay. Okay. Savannah Campbell, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 games here. So let's see if I missed anything.
There are 3 more games yet to start.
Okay. Just checking. Can you see whose games aren't started yet?
That's Arush Reddy. Rishi
Rishi
Jasti.
Jasti, okay.
Yeah, he's right. He need to initiate the challenge. And Akshay Rajagopala.
Akshay Rajgopal. Okay, let me check. Hold on. I'm gonna send them messages. Samarth, okay. So I'm hearing that Akshay's opponent isn't in live chess yet. So that's the message I got. Arush Reddy, right? So Akshay, Samarth, and okay. So looks like Akshay Rajagopal and Rishi Jasti's opponents are not in live chess yet. So looks like the messages have been sent. So let me check. So Purav, Akshat, and Arush looks like they are still not live yet. That's the message I'm getting from the team. So all right, so let's see. So I'm gonna ask them to resend the challenge. All right, so do we have an update? How many are still pending?
One moment, I'm just checking.
So Rishi is online, but I don't see him started yet. He's saying that his opponent has not accepted, and same thing with Akshay. All right, so why don't we start seeing the games? Yeah, I think we have 2 more pending. If you can just let Amit know that all the 3 players, they're waiting for, looks like the challenges have been sent and they're waiting for the opponent to accept.
Yeah.
Check with Arush. Akshat. Okay.
Some challenges. The three players they mentioned their live, but even I'm able to ping them on chess.com.
Okay, so I've just asked them to, just in this case, maybe they can send a challenge if they're having a problem.
Yeah, sure, makes sense.
Thank you. Okay. All right, so I think we are. Okay, so let's start here. I think we should have those games started any moment. So maybe we can start seeing the game in the meanwhile. Yeah, just one moment. So then we are. Can you go to the first board on your end? I'll pull it up as well. Okay. All right. So let's start with board number 1. That should be Savannah Campbell versus Velava, right? So this is Pradyumna Kotapalli. Pradyumna is playing white and Velava is black. So we can see whenever you're ready. Whenever you have that.
Sure. Yeah. The lag. Yeah. No problem.
Okay. So.
Sure.
You ready? Okay.
Yes, Karthik.
So what do you think?
The knight on c6 is strongly placed, although black pieces are well developed. Yeah, but it's sitting on c6. I think black doesn't really worry, right? Because all his pieces are well placed, and the bishop from g7 is looking good.
Yeah, so that's right. So if you see,
he can black can get his knight on b8 and get it exchanged. So looking at the white pawn structure and all, I feel black is pretty okay in this position.
Yeah, so black has the c5 square. Knight on c6 is a bit annoying for sure, and e7 is also weak. So maybe white should provoke something like bishop g5. But again, okay. See, e6 is interesting. He's just played e6. But somehow I feel d6 is weak and c4 is always an option here. You can just bolster that center and the problem is black knight is a bit misplaced, right? So that's one of the challenges that we see here, right? So black knight is misplaced, and even if he gets to c5, there's always, for example, c4, c takes d5, e takes d5, c takes d5, knight c5. You can always hit the knight with, let's say, rook moving to c1, right? And then it's very uncomfortable because the knight moves, then c7 is attacked. So it's a very uncomfortable position. Yeah. So.
I believe here black could have, instead of e6, black could have played e5 and all, and then bring the knight on b8 and get this exchanged.
So let's
because now taking knight on d8, white will have an option of moving it to d4, right? So
yeah. No, e5 I don't like because it limits the bishop, right? g7 bishop.
Yeah.
But e6 also has its own set of problems. But I would have probably not touched any of the pawns, either e6 or e5. Maybe first play knight b8, exchange a pair of pieces, right? So because if black manages to simplify the position, then c3 is weak, right? So he will definitely get counterplay on the c file, right? But with e6 he's opening up the c file, and it's becoming a problem because the rook can come to c1. So that's the part I don't like for black in the current position. Okay, so let's see. I mean, looks like white is little better, and then black has some problems to solve still. So can we go to the next board?
Sure.
So this is rook sacrifice, Aditya GM and rook sacrifice. So this is Hemi playing for the chess Hobbits. Okay, so interesting position. Looks like some kind of Sicilian with bishop b5 and bishop c6. So yeah, so if you look at the position, black clearly has two bishops and his pawn structure is quite solid, but at the same time bishop on a6 is not doing much, and white can blockade quite well on d4, and king is still in the center. That's the piece that's really worrying, because he'll get moves like f5, right? f5 is really annoying. It may even be a problem, because if he gets f5, then he can't take, of course, because d5 is going. Maybe he may have to take, because after f5, tell me when you're there, Rishi, when you have this. Yeah. So now I really think f5 is a problem now. So I think f5 is a problem, because you can't take, because knight d5. Also, if you don't take, then fe6, knight g5 is super annoying, because f5 is open, queen h5, rook f7, knight f7. So looks like black may be in trouble here. So because
I think g6 is not that great, but I think black has to play g6 to stop all those things, and put the f8 bishop on e7.
Yeah, but it's white's move. So f5 seems to be very big problem for black.
And black has a good amount of time on the clock now.
Yes. But problem is, after f5, I think it's going to be very serious issues for him, right? Because what do you do after f5?
I did not realize it is white to play. There is a little lag. So f5, I think after that black has serious problems, because knight g5, everything is coming up, and there is a solid weakness on f7.
Yes, so he may have to take on f5, right? So that's maybe looks like might be a forced move to take on f5. Yeah, so that's already a problem.
Yeah.
So f5, I think e5 is forced. Otherwise fe6 and then knight g5 is pretty much lost.
Yeah. f5, and the simple continuation would be knight d5, but there is one more interesting variation, like pushing the e6 pawn again. After f5, ef5, give away the e6, fa6, then bring the knight on g5.
Yeah. f5, e6 pawn you can give up. Also, I think you can knight d5 is also possible. Knight g5 is possible. So number of issues actually.
Yep. I think knight g5 is the best bet. f5, ef5, just play knight g5. Simple, right? Because next rook into f5 is possible, queen h5 is possible, and anytime you can play e6 also, knight d5. So f5, ef5, knight g5 clearly better for white.
Yeah, and he's getting e6. The king in the center. Maybe c5 was not necessary. Maybe he should have played g6 or something instead of c5.
G6,
I think that's where things went wrong, in my opinion. So
g6 was the only savior there.
Yes. Okay. I think it's a sense of danger. Probably, I think he missed that. So that seems to be the issue. Okay. So should we go to the next game?
Karthik, can you just check? Ritika sent a challenge from her side. There's one more game yet to start.
Okay, just a moment. Who's she playing?
Yeah. Ritika, Ravish said.
Ravish, okay. So let me check with Ravish. Okay, so I'm gonna load the next game in the meanwhile, and then I'm gonna send a message as well, yeah, in parallel. So let me.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Ravish. So I'm hearing that Samarth's opponent resigned after first move. Is it because maybe it's the wrong time control or something?
Samarth, one moment.
Should be. Purav Khandelwala.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know what happened there, so we can find out. That'll be helpful. All right, so meanwhile I'm gonna go to. I've sent a message to Ravish. So let's see.
Yeah. One moment, Karthik.
All right, so. Okay. So looks like 2 games are pending, right? So one is Samarth.
Yeah. And if they start the game, I think we need to make them play in some reduced time control.
That's fine. Can they play 15 plus 3 maybe, or 15 plus 5?
Yeah. Yeah, 15 plus 5 makes sense.
So, but how many games are pending? I'm not getting that from Amit. So, is it?
He has updated the spreadsheet. I'm just refreshing from my side. I can't take one moment. So, two games are completed.
You mean pending start, right? Okay. Let me. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me check. Can you ask? Okay, let me ask. Let me ask Amit.
Okay, let me just confirm 4 of match has restarted.
case, Ravish. Okay. So let me just make a call to Ravish as parent. Just a moment.
Sure.
So I'll be back in a moment. Maybe you can, in the meanwhile, I'm going to load board 3, right?
Yeah,
So you
please.
can maybe commentate on that, and then I'll be back in a moment. So board
Yeah.
3 is
Advait versus Sunil.
Yes. All right. So you know what? Just a moment. I'm gonna move from this. So let's go to board 4 for the moment. Just a moment. Let's go to Chess Pro and Super E8. Yeah, I'm gonna load that for the moment. Okay, it's a typical rook endgame, so I'll be back.
Yeah. So this is an interesting rook ending. Yeah, one of the if anybody knows the basics of rook endings can convert this into a win because white has got two connected pawns on F4 and G4 and rook on D1. So requires a little technique over here. So on the white has ample of time on the clock. I think can calculate on this part.
All right. So I will hear in a moment.
Okay.
So okay, looks like Ravish is not seeing the challenge. So let me check.
Sure.
1039.
Okay. Couple of options. Karthik, the game is completed, it seems, between Ravish and Ritika.
Oh, it's completed? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Alright, let me check. Okay. Alright, so let's quickly check the score so far. So looks like all games are on, right? So nothing is pending, and there are some results as well. So I already see 4 wins for Maestro. Looks like Maestro is leading 4-0 now.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah, that's correct.
So that's a great start for you guys. So let's go back. So now let's go back to start looking at the games.
Karthik.
All right. So this is. So looks like board 4. Looks like it's almost over now. So Chess Pro 565 versus Super E8. So it's white to move. King H7. Okay. So he wants to play G7 check and G8. Okay. So this looks like this will wrap up pretty quickly. So white should win this. So let's go to Go's position, which is board 3.
Board 3, okay. Board 3 between Advait and Anil. Sure.
Yes. So looks like he's sacked an exchange. White is an exchange up, but black has some, because white's pawns are doubled, right? So looks like black may have some compensation, but again, okay, he's played Queen G4, right? So Queen takes E5. Okay. So interesting thing. It's like looks like white is an exchange up, but black seems to have some active pieces and white has some broken pawns. So looks like dynamically balanced. Difficult to say. Would you agree?
Yep. Yeah, because now black can simply play H5. Okay. Stopping the back rank mate and also threatening to play H4 H3 kind of threats. And he has solid control on the D file also. And
I think white may have to. Queen on E5 is quite good because it's controlling a lot of things. C3, E5, and F4 and stuff. And he may have to stop Rook D2, right? So Rook D2 is a threat. So maybe Rook A2 or Rook F2, right? And
Rook F2, Rook A2 makes sense.
Rook A2 is more logical because Rook D1 check, right?
Nothing.
Yeah, Rook A2, and then that way stop Rook D2. Then it will be like a slow grind, right? So because there is no Rook D2, C3 is covered. If you attack my queen, how do you attack my queen? Knight D7 or something. Then always I think you can play Queen E4, right? It's the queen is really powerful on E5 and E4. So I think the main is to stop.
But that's correct. But Karthik, for H5, Rook A2, H4 is coming, right?
H4, yeah. H4, yeah. He is basically, yeah. You can get all the way to H3 and then you play G3. But maybe, okay, he plays H6. H6 is more restrained. I think H5 would have been better because you bring another piece into all the way to H4 and H3. I think now it might be a little easier with Rook A2 and then he can prepare, just play A4 and A5 after that. Once you stop Rook D2 with Rook A2, then you can play A4, A5. It becomes much easier.
Correct.
Okay, he's played Rook A2. Yeah. Still, I
Rook
think
A2 is good.
Yeah, still it's dynamically balanced. Yeah, so the thing is, I think H5 would have been more dangerous in my opinion. I mean, can he try something like Queen H4, Knight G4? But I think you can defend it. Queen H4, you can even play G3 because rook g3 and all,
Yeah.
always you get rook g2, right? So that's not a problem. Yeah, so queen h4 is an idea. So, but I think I don't see, unless white messes up something, I think he should be able to, definitely he should be able to hold the attack, right? But the only way to improve is he has to probably play a4 a5 at some point, but first he needs to consolidate. Before that he can't play that. He has to stop all the immediate threats, whether it's queen h4, knight g4, or whatever that is. Okay, can we move?
Yeah, sure. I think for black, after rook to queen h4 is the better continuation.
Yeah.
Immediately creating a threat of knight g4.
G4,
So
yeah.
white has to come up with something like a g3.
G3 or h3, right? Probably I like
G3
g3 better, because h3 is, then g3 is weak. G3 looks better. He has to probably play queen h5, then probably I'll exchange, right? And then I can exchange and even play f5, right? And then I create some weaknesses, right? So I can give up c3 pawn, but I have some targets I can go after, right? So g3, queen h5, knight h5, f5, right? So rook
queen h3. How about Karthik, queen h3? G3, queen h3, because threat is playing the knight on g4, and the moment you move your queen somewhere, and black will have the ability to take the pawn on c3, right? And if you try to go queen d8 check and queen a7 something, you have problems on g3, right? So you cannot.
Can I play g3, queen h3, f5?
G3, queen c5.
Everything is defended, right? Because now knight g4, I'll play queen b8 check and fe6. Do you see anything? Because everything looks I mean, unless I'm missing something. And then suddenly your king is weak.
Yeah, knight h2, a tactical shot is coming over the right.
G3, queen he's played g3, queen h3, then queen h5. Let's first look queen h5, right? Queen h5, I'm thinking takes f5, right? If you take rook c3, then fe6, rook e2, right? You are getting that pawn. You're losing a couple of pawns, but I'm getting e6, and then my both rooks are active and your knight is out of play, right? So that is a possibility. Queen h3, yeah, maybe. I mean, f5 looks a little rash, but after queen h3, do you have a threat, right? Knight g4, I can play queen e4.
Yeah, for knight g4, if queen e4 is coming, then maybe something like rook e3.
Queen g2. I mean, we gotta see. Queen g4 he has played. Interesting.
G4, what could be the idea? Just thinking.
Maybe h5, h4. I don't know. So that's rook g3 is it really a threat? Takes rook g2, right? So that's not a problem.
Yeah.
But is f5 playable or is it too rash? f5 then queen c4 is going. That's unnecessary.
Queen c4 is coming up.
Or maybe with a cool head he just has to play a4 and a5, right? I mean, can black get anything, right? a4, a5 looks, if black has no plan, then a4, a5 looks good. But a4, can he play h5?
For a4, black has to play h5. Because a5, then he should keep rolling the h pawn.
No, a5, h5 I'll play queen g5. I'll not play a5. a4, h5, queen g5. Now what do you do? If you take queen g5, fg5, you don't have time to play rook c3, right? So a4, h5, queen g5. If you take now rook c3 directly, queen g4, knight g4, a5. Well,
okay.
It's
I think yeah, maybe instead of exchange, because exchange of queens, yeah, maybe for queen g5, black can try queen h3.
Yeah. Actually, exchange of queens may not be bad, right?
Not bad.
But yeah, a4, h5. The other option is he can. I'm trying to see a4, h5, a5, then h4, right? So that's a bit of a problem.
Yes. But very interesting.
Yes. No, actually, a4, h5, a5, h4, queen g5 now.
Okay.
He's played rook c1. Okay. I need to understand what's the point.
Rook c1?
Yeah, that's what he's played. So He's not played a4. So h5. Okay. I think maybe he wants to play queen e2. That's the idea, right? He's supporting c3, right? And then he's freeing up his queen. I think black should try to keep the queen, right? So yeah, this is an interesting idea, rook c1. Yeah, because if you play queen f5 or something, you can play rook d2, right? You can at least exchange a pair of rooks. Then the pressure is down, right?
Yeah.
So queen f5, rook d2, queen d2. You have something like queen e4, but then yeah, you can then play. You can even play rook d1, give up that pawn, and then create some counter. Rook f3. Okay, rook f3 is interesting. King g2 looks scary actually. Can he play rook f4? Rook f4 is forced, right?
Yeah. Rook f4.
Rook f4, queen g4, rook g4. Then you may have to play a4, a5. Think, and then create some counterplay against the b6 pawn. Yeah. Okay, can we move to the next one? It's going to take some time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we saw. Okay, let's look at the results. Let me just check the results.
It's
so
4-5.
Wow, it was 5-0 and then it's now 4-5. Interesting. Oh, I see that.
Unlike last year.
Yeah, Hemi has won, looks like. So it's 5-5 now. Wow, it was 5-0 and now it's 5-5. This is crazy. The way it's swinging. Okay. So I want to quickly go back to see Hemachandra Ramba's game because I thought that we'll see the first two boards quickly because the second board looks like we saw that white was better and then looks like black has won. Okay, looks like that's already closed out. So I will have to see rook sacrifice. All right. So can you load Aditya GM and rook sacrifice?
Okay.
Okay. So we'll go to the position where he played. We'll go to the position where he played f5. So I'm gonna rush a bit.
Yeah.
And then I think it's move number. Okay. Yeah. So the position we saw, right, after move 12, if you go after move 12, queen a5, he has played knight g5. Okay, which is probably not necessary. He could have gone f5, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he's gone knight g5, which was not necessary. Black has played h6. Yep. Okay, so now he has played f5. I don't know why he played f5 because after hg5 the rook comes in, right? Maybe he can play first knight e6 or knight f7, right? And then queen comes to h5. Maybe knight e6, fe6, queen h5. Or even knight f7, right? Knight f7 because king f7 then f5. I think it's very, very dangerous. I'm surprised.
There's a queen h5 here.
Queen h5 is possible, but
h5
he'll
g6,
play g6,
then
right?
go to queen h3.
No, but what about knight f7? I think it's winning on the spot. Knight f7, king f7, f5.
The king f7, f5. Yeah, makes sense. F5 chop, then you have multiple things over there.
Yeah, you can play even e6 check or you can just take rook f5. That's fine. And then king g8, queen h5. I mean, it's no queen d7, queen f7, queen d7 is going, and it's too many issues.
Yes.
Looks like he missed it. How did he end up losing this? Let's see. f5, hg5. Now he is unnecessarily given up. He's given up the h file unnecessarily. Still looks good for white. fe6. fe6. Queen g4. Queen b6. Okay. CD4. Now it's gotten complicated. Okay. Maybe he should have played a move like. Okay, he's played Queen F3. He's sacking another piece. Can he just play Knight A4 because he's not losing it with check? Okay, Knight A4 he can play Knight E5, right? Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so he plays Queen F3, DC3 check, King H1. Now Knight E5, right? Everything is defended. Okay, looks like he lost two pieces like this. Okay,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Too many pieces.
Yeah, White should have won easily. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's quickly see the first board, how it ended, and then we'll come back to the other boards. Yeah. Savannah Campbell.
Sure. Campbell.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back. We were somewhere in move 20 or something when we saw. Okay, so I'm gonna go to. Okay, so for C6, right? E6, he's played C4. If you can tell me when you're there in that position.
Sure.
Yeah. C6, E4.
One moment. One moment. It is taking time for me to do it.
No worries.
Yep. So there I am.
Yeah, so he for E6 he's played C4. This is what we saw. He's gone Knight B8, which makes sense because he wants to exchange that piece. So he just come back Knight D4. Okay, so I think the problem is his Knight on B8 doesn't have a good square. I think that's the problem. Because now if you take, I can take even C B5, right? And then it's or Knight B5, either way. Probably Knight B5 because D6 is going.
Yeah.
E5, Knight B3. I don't know why he went Knight B3. Knight B3. Okay, so maybe he wants to push C5 next. But now the problem after E5 is the bishop on G7 is locked out. So he's played bishop B5, C B5. Okay, now this is the problem because the knight on B8 has to either come to C5 or B6, and both are not so safe for it because the bishop on E3 is controlling it and the rook is coming to C1, right? So I think this is positionally gone.
Yeah, because once rook C1, rook C6, that's clear better for white.
Yeah, and the only counterplay is E4, and probably you'd play F4, I think, because after that there is no E5 square. Knight should come to E5 for counterplay, and that is stopped. Okay, fair enough. So this is okay. I'm going to rush through to see how he won this. B6. Okay, he's creating. He wants to take knight takes A5.
Yeah.
G5. Black is trying his for counterplay. Okay, B7. Rook B8. Knight A5. Okay. So looks like he won a pawn there. There isn't much compensation because knight E5 I'll just take. Knight C5. Okay.
Good.
Maybe you can even play rook C5 and then knight C6, knight B8. Okay, that's what he's done.
Rook C5, B8 is also hanging.
Yeah, knight C6 and he'll take B8. Two exchanges are lost right now. Right. So, okay, for rook C5 has played E3. Okay, that's fine. Rook E3, rook E3, queen E3. Takes. Bishop B8. Okay, why not knight C6? Did I missing something? Knight C6 is winning a full rook, right?
Yeah.
Or even queen G3 check is winning a full rook. Knight C6 seems simple. But anyway, so bishop B8 is winning too. Multiple ways to win. Because if queen B8, then queen G3 check, right? And then it's over. Takes. Bishop D6 is forced. Just play knight C4 and push the other pawn and then it's over. Knight C6. Okay, that's simple too. The king is catching this one. Okay, fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Can we go back to board 3? Looks like there's only 1 minute left. 150 for
Sure.
Indian 64. Okay. Looks like this is last. Okay, black is winning here. Okay, I think it's gonna be over. Let's move on. So looks like that was last. Then let's move to the next board. Let's look at who's left. I'm gonna look at shocking.
Karthik, Rishi got disconnected. Actually, he had the better position, it seems. Shall we look at that game?
Sure.
He got disconnected and I believe he lost.
Okay. Who's Rishi, is it? I don't see him. Okay, I'm gonna check my messages because I'm getting some messages. Maybe it's something related to that. Hold on.
Sure.
What happened? Rishi disconnected, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and he lost, is it?
Yeah. So what? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check. I don't know what happened. Okay, his mom has sent me some messages. Okay. What Amit is saying. Okay. So I'm just going to check what happened. Okay. So let me just check. If it's genuinely an issue, then maybe we can see.
And I believe we just have one more game which is in progress. That's between Akshay and Akshat.
Okay, let's go to that then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's the score so far? 5.5, 5.5. Okay, so we have some games pending. Okay, so you said Akshay's game is pending, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, let's look at Akshay's game.
Do you want to quickly see Rishi's game? We'll quickly assess if you know.
Okay. So I left that pleasure to Amit. So I don't see Rishi here for some reason. Maybe he's already logged off. I don't see him here. Oh, he's here. Okay, hold on. You can see his. I have to find out how to see his game. Rishi, he's not playing, so there should be a way to observe. For some reason I'm not able to see unless he's playing.
Okay.
Let's do one thing. Let's see the other game that is on, right? And then we will anyway I asked Amit to assess that.
Amit says it was mate in one and Rishi got disconnected.
Did he have enough time? Did he have enough time? Just maybe you can check with Amit. So alright, so I'm just looking for chess king 7-1-7, right? So that's the game we need to see. All right, so he's still playing. Okay, let's see this game. So white is Akshat and black is Akshay. So their names are very close, Akshat and Akshay.
Yeah. Pretty confusing.
Yes. What do you think? I actually like black's position because if he gets knight c4, but it's white's move. If he gets knight c4, then everything will be locked out. The queen will be locked out, and but white can mix up things with d5, right? So, but d5, e5 is still there. So the knight is doing a very nice job on d6. So knight e6, okay. What's happening here? Takes queen e6, queen f7. I don't see anything.
Black is clearly better here.
Yeah, so looks like maybe he didn't see queen f7. So looks like he's losing a piece. He's taken it. Queen e6. The key move is queen f7, right? Otherwise, yeah, even knight f7 works, but queen f7 is most possible.
Yeah, knight f7 is also possible, no? There is nothing is coming up.
Yeah, queen f7 is played because now it's if you have to keep the queen, you have to go queen g4, I think, right? Otherwise, you have to exchange queens. And then, yeah, I don't see any compensation for the piece. Okay.
White must be thinking he may get too many pawns, but nothing is happening because after exchange of the knight on d6 and all, black has an ability to take the pawn on c2 everything.
Yeah, he's exchanged queens. Now there's no chance because king f7, and then I think it's simple. Because bishop d6, rook d6, rook e4, then rook c2 is also going. I mean, this is lost. Okay. So do you want to see any other game? Is this the last game?
I think this is the last game. Yeah.
Okay. So let me just check one quick thing and then.
Yeah, we can go to game number 4. Yeah, Adarsh Rajagopal versus Rehan.
Okay. Okay. So looks like that's it, right? We have Adarsh is still playing. I think that
the game is completed.
So looks like we have a score, right? We have finished the first round, isn't it? I think
Akshay Rajgopal game is yet to complete, right? Yeah.
Okay, that's one thing.
Completed, then we should be good.
Okay. Okay.
I think Hobbits will be on 8.5. 8.5.
Well, looks like Purav and Samarth have finished both matches. Okay. All right. Okay, that's fine. So looks like each one one game each. So everybody's happy now. Both that. So
yeah.
Okay, looks like Purav won. Okay, so. All right, so let's go back. So can we ask the others to start because we just have one more to go.
Sure. And Karthik, do you want to reply to the comments we received on the YouTube?
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna check the YouTube comments. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Just taking a moment. All right. Yeah, everybody's wishing you happy birthday on YouTube. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I don't see any questions. It's just mostly comments. So
Okay. Like there was a question from Manjusha. I think it was from Rishi's handle.
okay, Rishi's mom, I think. Okay, I didn't check. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you look at my game? Okay, that's fine. So Amit has declared this as 1 for Rishi, right? That's what I read in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right. So can we start? Can we ask them to send the request for the second, because it's just one game pending and it will save some time for the rest of the people. Is it okay?
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay. I'm just sending a comment on YouTube. Just my mission is a bit slow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So everyone can start their second rounds. I've also sent that in the comments. So okay. Too many things going on, so let me check.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we are all set. So okay, everybody can start the second game. Send challenges. I've sent everyone, requested them to start. So let's see how many games have started. So I'm going to go back to the commentary now. Okay. Can we go bottom up this time? Can we start with?
Sure.
We'll start with. I don't see. Okay, let's start with Shravan. Shravan Dash and Anaya. Okay, they're still not playing. Okay, they're playing. Okay, that's good. So Anaya is white and Shravan is black.
Yeah.
All right, so White is just developing. Bishop f4. Okay, I mean, I would have preferred bishop on c1 and then go for something like knight d4 and f4 and gain more space, right? So bishop might be better placed on e3, but or other option is maybe start with rook e1. Yeah. The point is bishop f4. The only logical break is e5 for white, and that only simplifies everything. So I don't see how it's going to help. Maybe white wants to simply play queen d2, rook e1, rook d1.
Correct. That's the only plan at this point of time.
Yeah, I think black should play castle. I think white should be. I think black should be very comfortable here because black is already a pawn up. Looks like some kind of a gambit, right? And then black can play something like bishop e6, right? So he should look out for bishop takes h6. So bishop takes h6, g h6, queen h6, right? So how do you stop queen g6, queen h6? So bishop h6, g h6, queen h6. So is that, maybe he can just simply play bishop e6, right? For bishop h6, g h6, queen h6, then just bishop e6, because now bishop e6, f e6, queen g6, king h8, queen h6, knight h7, queen takes e6. But yeah, you have 3 pawns, but you already are 1 pawn down, and black should be able to defend that because he can play queen c8 and bring the pieces out. So black should be better there. So instead, I think white should just play rook d1 and then develop more logically, right? Because he still has better development, he has good pressure in the center.
Yeah, for bishop h6 and knight e5 is a simple defendable, right?
Bishop h6, knight e5. Okay, knight takes e5.
d5.
Okay, I will exchange queens and just bring the bishop back. Maybe bishop g5 again, right? So white is slightly better, right? Because I have c and d files and I got my pawn back, and d5 is weak.
Yeah.
I think
no, I'm getting c6 over there, no, Karthik. So I think black should be pretty okay.
So you are saying bishop h6. Will I be able to put it on the board, or will it? No, I don't know if I can put it on the board. So bishop h6. Okay, g h6. Sorry, bishop h6, knight e5, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Knight takes e5, pawn takes e5. Bishop g, queen d8, rook d8, bishop g5. So you'll play c6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is your bishop doesn't have a good square. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything substantial, but I would say white is maybe slightly better, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, because black just has to figure out what he does with his bishop. Because if you go bishop g4, I'll play f3, right? And then I have 4 versus 3 there, and then I'll slowly improve, exchange a pair of rooks, maybe put pressure on c file, and then I'll play king to e3, g4, h4. Yeah, it's drawish. Maybe white is slightly better, but bishop h6, I think we can just take g h6. I don't see anything wrong. Queen h6, bishop e6.
Yeah, and for bishop h6, knight e5, I just saw queen g5 is coming, no? Directly.
Oh, that is true.
Bishop h6, knight e5, queen g5.
Yeah, queen g5 is winning on the spot, I think, right? You gotta play knight h5, queen h5, knight takes e4. Yeah, you can defend it, right? So queen g5, knight h5.
Queen g5, knight e8. Knight e8, and idea is capturing knight into c4.
That is true. That's true. You don't even have to play knight h5, right? You can play knight e8.
Yeah,
it's even simpler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that doesn't work, knight e5.
Yeah. Yeah, but why knight e5? Bishop h6, g h6 is fine. I don't see anything. Queen takes h6, play bishop e6. Bishop e6, f e6, queen g6, king h8, queen h6, knight h7, queen takes e6, just play queen c8, right? And then you bring your...
no problem.
Yeah, there's no problem. He has only 2 pawns, and then black pieces are all now controlling squares on the king side.
Yeah.
So can we go to another board?
Sure.
Okay. So let's look at. I'm gonna come from bottom this time. Where is Minku? I don't see Minku. Let's see if Minku is playing. Minku is playing. All right. Let's look at Minku. Minku is Mokshit. Okay. White is Minku. So his position looks pretty bad. So he is a pawn down, and his structure looks pretty bad. F3 is going now, so probably he has to play king g2 or something. And then, yeah, black is clearly winning here. As long as he doesn't blunder anything away, should be winning here. Maybe he has to play king g2, then knight c2 is coming, right? So looks like he's winning a pawn on f3, because I don't see how you can defend it, because knight c2 is also coming. So he probably has to play like rook d1, rook e d1, right? And then knight f3, then king g2, and just move the knight back to g5 or d4. And it looks like black is clearly winning. Okay.
Clearly better. No problem.
Yeah, so let's move to another one. Let's go to Chess Spy 11. That is Anish Gudi. Let's look at his game. Alright, so Chess Spy versus Arush. Okay, so looks like some kind of exchange French or something. Yeah, looks like an exchange French. Alright, he's playing h3 g4. Bishop g6, he can get knight e5, right?
This is a French exchange variation.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually prefer the opening. I actually prefer the plan bishop d6, knight e7, right? And then you can play bishop f5, because in this kind of positions, the bishop on d3 is the most dangerous piece. So instead of knight f6, if black had played knight e7, bishop f5, that's a good plan to exchange this bishop. Then it becomes a lot easier for black. So, but now he's played bishop g4, h3, bishop h5, g4. Bishop g6 is forced, right? Now knight e5, right? It's just a bit annoying, because knight d7, then you play f4. So white has a bit more space on the king side, right? So, but it's nothing to worry, because you can play bishop takes d3, right? And then he should break with c5. I think he's, so that's what I would suggest. So bishop g6 is forced.
I think Karthik, for bishop g6, knight e5, bishop e7, trying to release the knight from f6.
Yeah, you can play that. I'll probably. Oh, he took that first. Okay. Now maybe he has a point, because maybe after hg6, you cannot chase my bishop, right? It's a little annoying. Now I play knight e5, f4, and okay, he played fg6. G6 is not bad. So, but I'm going to play knight e5 and f4 here. Yes, I'm giving up the square on e4, but I think fg6 might be actually better, because hg6 I would have played knight e5 and f4, and queen will come to h4, right? You can't chase the bishop away.
Yeah.
But now you can play h6. Maybe he has to change plans here.
I think it happened on the board fg6.
Yeah, he's played queen d3. I think he's discouraging h6, I think. Because, okay, knight d7, probably rook a e1, I think, and then knight e5. That yeah, I would probably say white is slightly better, nothing more, right? So, yeah, rook f e1. I mean, I would have.
But here now, after queen d3, queen g7, the idea is to bring the knight on d7 and play bishop f4 and create weaknesses on the king side.
Yeah, he's still playing the same thing. Yeah, f4 is weak, right? So, yes, that makes sense.
weak.
I would have preferred he played rook a e1, because that way it supported f4 after the knight moves. Yeah.
Yeah, rook a1.
Yeah, I'm slowly starting to like black here, because now he's controlling a lot of squares. Bishop f4 is coming. Rook a e8 is coming. I think black is fine now. Rook a8, black is really fine now. So, yeah. Okay. So let's move to another game.
Sure.
So, let's see. Who else is playing? Let's see. Can we go back to the top board? Let's look at Rishi's game and then we'll go back to the top boards.
Sure. Rishi versus Arush Reddy.
Arush, yes. Sorry, this is not Rishi. Where is Rishi? I don't see. Okay, he's here. Okay, Rishi is here. Rishi versus Fire 1228. So black is Rishi, white is Fire.
The handle is pretty interesting.
So I think he's just taken knight. It looks like he lost an exchange. White is winning an exchange, right? Knight takes f8. How did he lose an exchange? It looks like he just misplayed it. After 18th move, after dc5, he had played, I think this is a problem. Queen c5, then knight d7, bishop c5, then knight g6. I think c5 was a blunder here. Shouldn't have played c5. Then move 17. So after dc5, queen c5, knight d7, and he's losing an exchange. Yeah, white should be clearly better. I don't see any compensation after knight f8. Okay, so let's move on. We'll go back to the top boards. Can we go back to Velava and Savannah? All right, it looks like a king hunt, right? So king is on e7. What's the material like? Oh, it's a crazy position. So looks like black is a pawn up, but otherwise it looks pretty equal. And his king on e7 is carry. Yeah. But at the same time, black is controlling a lot of key squares. He's controlling squares on e5, on d4, right? Rook can come to g8 and king can run away to c7. So, yeah, simple bishop e5 check, right? He got to go
bishop e5 check and he has to immediately run onto the queen side. King d8, king c7.
No, he doesn't have to, right? There is no. He can play bishop e5 check and rook g8, right? I don't see what you're going to do.
Rook g8 is coming. Rook g8.
Because my point is, I'm going to play rook g8 and then I'll take queen a2, right? I'm just going to push that a pawn, right? I don't see how you're going to break through.
Yeah, that's correct. Because bishop g5 check, f6 is playable, simple.
For black?
Yeah, bishop e5, king h1, rook g8, bishop g5 check, f6.
Yeah, bishop g5 check, yeah. You can play f6 or you can even play king e8, no? What is wrong? So white won now. What happened? Did something go wrong? How did white win here?
Disconnection again?
I have no idea. It's a... Okay.
Oh.
So more work for Amit. That's fine. Let him enjoy. So let's go to the next one. Rook sacrifice.
Shall we go to board number 2?
So looks like he accidentally clicked resign. He sent a message. Oh man. People are making it difficult for us. Hold on, I'm getting messages. Just a second. So sorry. Okay. Okay. Look, he says that accidentally he pressed the wrong button and clicked resign. So we will give the pleasure to Amit. Should we have them play again? Maybe like a shorter time control?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's have them play again if you're okay with shorter time control. Maybe can we do 10 plus 3 or something?
Yep. 10 plus 3 makes sense.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna tell them to play again. Oh, looks like his mouse slipped, it seems. Okay, fine. Now, just a moment.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so that's good. So let's see how many are. I'm gonna quickly look at the score. So as of now, looks like we are 8.5 each, tied. Yeah. So we have how many to go? 16, 17, right? So we have 28. So we have 11 more matches to go. So okay, that's a close match. So let's go back. Okay. All right. So
we can go to board number 2.
Yeah.
Hemachandra versus Aditya Garimela.
Okay. All right. So let's go to board number 2. All right. So white is Hemi, right? Hemachandra, and black is Aditya. Typical opposite color bishop position, right? With pieces on board. The challenge is f7 is weak. Now, can he take advantage of it? Because these opposite color bishop positions always are like, with king's pieces on board, it's always dangerous. Oh, it looks like he missed bishop e3. Oh, bishop e3, queen b2 check. Okay. Looks like he's getting away with it. Oh, bishop e3, rook e3. Sorry, what am I talking about? So,
yeah.
So what do you do? h5 looks like h5 is forced. Yeah.
But
is rook h5? How do you assess rook h5?
Rook h5, gh5, queen g5, king, queen to pawn, queen check. Check. Looks tempting, but nothing much is coming over there.
Rook h5. I think black can also play bishop e3, right? Because now he's played rook g3.
Yeah.
Rook h5, bishop e3 was a choice, right? Because now queen b2 is forced. You again play bishop d4. There might be a draw
Bishop
on the
d4,
spot.
yeah.
Okay, rook g3. Okay, he wants to go after g6 because g6 is weak, which is logical. Now,
yes.
If white just gets time, then he's better. But black can play rook f6. I mean, he can support that quite solid. Could he have played g4? Was it too rash?
G4, rook f2. Rook f2, I think, creates some problems, right?
Queen d3, right?
Rook
Well,
f2.
you don't have a target. I'll play queen g3. Or even queen g5. So we are talking
Queen
about
g5.
we're talking about this position, right? So g4, rook f2, then queen g5.
Queen g5, I'll play bishop f6 and I'll push h4.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? So that's not helping. So rook d3, probably I should play queen, rook f2, g4, rook f2, I should play queen d3 probably.
Queen d3, yeah. Queen d3. Again, if I double the rooks, you will capture on h5, right?
Yes. Maybe there is no harm in giving up a pawn with h4, right? Rook h4 and then rook double. Because the rook on h4 is a little passive and you can always play move like bishop e3, right? So I think black has enough compensation. g4, rook f2, queen d3, h4, rook f8. I don't see how the queen will combine with the rook to get to h6. It's almost impossible. If you play rook g5, I'll play rook 8 to f6, right? Everything is different.
White has got a good space advantage actually, and black has the weaknesses. White doesn't have anything to lose. So, white holds the fort here.
So, he's played rook g3, bishop f2, rook d3. Yeah, so I don't see much here because black can just play rook f6, rook f8, right? Yes, he has weaknesses, but I think he can defend, right? And there is no easy way for the other pieces to come in, right? So if white had the f file, that would have been a different story.
Correct.
Okay, so let's go back to the
because
top.
Now slowly, black is improving a position, improving his position a lot.
Exactly, right.
Rook f6, rook f8, and all.
Yeah, because if you logically look, right, if you go to the end game, queens are exchanged. He has the f file. He controls that e5 diagonal. He can put his bishop on e5 or c3, right? And then he has the a4 break, right? So black is actually better if he goes to the end game. White has to keep the queens and then try to do something against g6 and h6. That's his best way. So let's see. Rook f1, probably bishop e3. I think that's what he's trying. But still you can play queen e2. I don't think it's a problem. I think rook f1, bishop e3, even queen b2 is possible or queen e2 is possible. Rook f8, then rook goes back to d1. I think white should try to exchange rooks so that at least bishop versus queen he can create some threats, right? Or if you look at what endgames are safe for white, right? He can go for just bishop and bishop endgame. That should be drawish, right? Even then he has to be careful, but even if he gives up the a2 pawn, he can put his bishop on a4 and that should be drawish, right? So if he goes for any other endgame, right? So for example, queen, if he keeps queen bishop, it's dangerous, right? If he keeps rook bishop, that's also dangerous because a4 break is there, bishop is well placed, right? He can put it on c3 and stuff, and king can actually march, right? So black king can march. So he has to try and exchange rooks. I think that's the best way for white to play. He's played queen g5. I don't know what his plan is there.
Queen g5, I think.
He's played rook f8, which is logical.
Rook f8, yeah.
Threat is bishop e3, right?
Yep, bishop e3, bishop h4.
Yeah, so if I were white, I will put my pawns on something like g3. That way at least I can control those squares, but still looks scary because f2 square is given, right? Black is taking f2. But maybe g3 is required. h3, I don't like h3 at all because now, bishop h4, isn't it winning on the spot? Queen h4, rook f1, takes, and then queen g1, isn't it mate? Hold on. Bishop h4, queen h4. Bishop h4, queen h4, rook f1, king here, queen g2. Yeah, queen g1, king h2, queen g1, king g3, queen f2, king h2, queen takes h4. You're losing the queen, right? Bishop h4 looks like winning. Maybe white has to play queen e3. But then it's lost, right? Because he can play queen e3, rook e3, bishop g5. I think.
And black has got plenty of time on the clock, so he should find moves like bishop h4.
Bishop h4 should win on the spot. Yeah, I think this is a classic thing, right? Anybody plays opposite color bishop, I think everybody has to understand this, right? You put pawns on squares same square color squares as your opponent's bishop, because you limit the scope of the bishop, right? When you play a move like h3, g3 is weak, h4 is weak, all the dark squares are weak. But when you play g3, it would have been completely different, right? So he played h4, which is still positionally it is clearly better, because I want to plant my bishop on g3 and you have a permanent back rank weakness problem.
Yeah.
So the best way is you should have played g3, right? So if you go back, instead of h3 you should have played g3, right? Because now the pawns are actually helping cover the dark squares and you can easily cover the light squares. I think that's the understanding that's important when you play opposite color bishops. Okay, clearly I think black is clearly better here, right?
Yes.
He missed an immediate win with bishop h4, but I think positionally black should be winning here, because I'm going to plant my bishop on g3, right? And then I'm going to slowly put pressure on the f file, right? Eventually he may have to give up the rook for the bishop, right? So it's a problem. Even bishop e3 may also be winning on the spot. Again, I don't know why he didn't play bishop.
Now?
Yeah, he missed bishop e3. I think he played rook f1.
Okay.
Again he missed bishop e3. Okay, bishop g3. So he has a fixed plan. He wants to put the bishop on g3, pawn on h4. So the king on h1 is it's a cage for the king, right? And it becomes very difficult. I mean, definitely makes sense, because king safety is a permanent issue now for white, right? Even if you exchange both rooks, still king safety is an issue, right? So white can... Yeah,
but if black, doesn't have a concrete plan, is simply, white can get his bishop on g4 and f3. But now things are other way around now.
Yeah, so maybe you should play queen d4, right? And then he has to bring back the bishop with bishop g4. I mean, I think black unnecessarily gave counterplay. He could have finished it. Still, I think black is better, right? Because queen d4, maybe bishop g4 is forced, right? And then maybe you can play rook f3 now, because queen e7 check, I'll go back rook f7, right? Rook f3. So you take bishop f3 and then you play rook f6, because now e7 is covered, right? And then the f3 bishop is pinned, right? And then you can slowly try to play something like a4 and then take on c4. I mean, there's nothing that white can do. White has to just sit and watch, right? So there's nothing he can do.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. What of this context? That's what I keep emphasizing to the kids. Our tactics should be pretty strong at this age. So that can only happen every day if you do tactics. Because this kind of positions and at this age, I think children should get this part. Tactics you shouldn't miss. There are multiple misses like bishop h4, bishop e3, and all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's usually because, right, he's already set on a plan with h4 and bishop g3. So usually when we are set with a certain plan, our mind does not look for other things, right? So we become blind to a lot of those tactics. If you set the same position as a puzzle, I'm sure the kids will do like 10 out of 10 times. I think that's the problem. He's already set with a certain plan. Okay. Can we go to another position? Can we go back to the first board? They've started with 10 plus 3.
Okay.
All right. So, okay, this is an interesting imbalance, right? So, we have 3 pawns for a piece. And black has actually nicely placed his pawns on e6 and f7. That is actually limiting the bishop, right? And the other pawns are on dark squares, right? So, yeah, so tough to say. I can understand that he wants to exchange the bishop. I wouldn't exchange the bishop if I'm black. Probably I'll play bishop e5, right? So, or bishop f6. Yeah. I think if you look at what is black's weakness, right? c5 and a5. So I will try to push my pawn to a3 first, right? So that way I'm eliminating one weakness. So that way I just have to defend c5, right? And then if possible I should slowly gain space with f5, g5, g4, right? But it's not easy. He has to be careful. He wants to eliminate that pawn with h4, but h4 then he's going to get g4, right? See, the problem is whenever he touches the f pawn, e6 is going to become weak, right? And then the bishop on c4 right now is not doing much. It will become active. So that's his problem, right? So he can't push the f pawn so easily. and if he plays h4, he's going to play g4, which is still playable. He can play h4, g4, then bishop e5 and g5 and bishop e5. That's possible. a4 is logical because I want to first put the pawn on a3. I want to eliminate the weakness on a5. Right? Now,
I think white can also look forward to break something on the queen side by playing c3 kind of moves.
so it's tough, right? The more pawns you exchange, then
Yeah, that's correct. But the bishop on c4 is very strong, so he can create more weaknesses on the queen side.
Yes. I like the
But
square.
now-
I think the knight should try to come to e4. That's a good square, right? Because I will attack c5 and force the bishop to d4 to defend that, right? Because whenever you play f5, e6 is going to be weak, right? So first I think he should bring the knight to e4 and then maybe find a way, maybe c3 or rook b1 and c3, try to create some weaknesses on the queen side. Because black is just going to sit tight. He's not going to move any pawn. He's going to keep the structure on the king side, right? So white's best chance is on the queen side. And knight coming to e4, right? He's controlling a lot of squares. g5, f6, d6, c5, and also he's helping with the break on c3. I think that's the way he should play. So these kind of positions, right? This is not a calculating kind of a thing. This is really about figuring out where the pieces should come. What should be the plan? Where is the breakthrough, right? So yeah, looks like he's not even seeing knight e4. So they may agree to a draw here. Looks like.
No concrete plan. I think more by more things are going on.
Yeah, I think black is waiting. White is waiting as well. Black I understand, right? Because he can't do much. But white should definitely, he can, we have to always try and see if we can improve our pieces. This is an example of a static position, right? Static position meaning time or tempo is not important. There is not much of dynamic play, right? It's all about figuring out where my pieces should come, what are the breaks, how do I improve the position to a maximum, right? So knight comes to e4. Now actually the bishop belongs on the f6 diagonal, right? Because if the knight comes to e4, then the bishop should be on d4. It should not be on e7, right? Because then he's not controlling c3, right? Then white can play rook b1 and c3. It's a bit annoying because after c3, if you take knight c3, then you have another weakness on a4 and the rook gets the b file, right? So it's a bit of a problem. Okay.
Yeah, now white is trying to get his knight on e4 now.
Yes, knight f2. Yeah, this is the right plan. But black has also played well, right? Because he's not sitting idle, right? Because knight e4, f5 can be a tempo now, right? And then when knight moves back, I can play king f6 and defend e6. But still that's a weakness because rook e1 will come. So then he has to play e5. So the structure is changing here. So maybe you should first play g4 is not possible, right? He'll take and give a check. Okay. So he's moving first. I think black should play g4 because bishop g5 is a threat and knight e4 he can play f5. g4 is the right move because now he'll, I don't know why he played this because knight e4 comes with the tempo. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Okay, bishop d4. I want to put my g4 check because king f4 then e5 is mate, right? So g4 check, king has to move back, play f5, knight has to move back, play king f6, right? I think he's gained a lot. I think looks like white might have misplayed this.
Yeah. I think both of them have just a couple of minutes on the clock.
Yeah. Yeah, they have increment, right? I think they have increment. Yeah, 3-second increment. Yeah. So black is actually being a bit smart here, right? Because he's not rushing with f5. He's first improving his position because f5 is coming anyway, right? And white is also smart. He's playing rook e1 because he's discouraging f5 because e6 is weak, right? And point of rook d8 is he's stopping knight d6. He does not want the knight to come this way. So e5, right? So now his threat is f5.
No, f5, knight moves.
No, I think he should play bishop b5, a3, then knight d2, knight c4. I don't know. I don't like this. You should have brought the knight to c4 now, right? Because bishop b5, a3, knight d2, knight c4, and bishop c6, right? Now that knight would have been very powerful. Now actually blacks has gained a lot here. Okay, can we go to some other games and come back?
Yeah, sure.
I don't see. Let's see. What happened on the third board? Okay, we have to see the second board first, right? No, we saw the second board. So let's look at the third board. Advait, right? So let's see. Okay, looks like it's already over. Advait.
Okay.
So looks like chess hobbits are leading 12.5 to 10.5. So looks like Advait won. Okay, can we see that game?
Yeah, sure.
So how many more games are left?
Chess.
So we have 5 games left. So okay, the pawns are exchanged here. So we'll have to see. We'll go to. Let's see. Okay, let's go to Chess King and Akshay versus Akshat. Okay, looks like Akshay is a queen up. Why did you not take the bishop? Bishop f6. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Bishop f6, rook e5 check. Alright, that's the point. Okay, looks like white won here. So bishop f6, then rook e5 check, and queen f6. Looks like it's getting mated. So
yeah, this is gone.
Okay. So let's go to Fire versus Rishi. This is an interesting position. Queen versus rook and knight. And the knight is really in a good square, right? And black is 2 pawns up. I'm actually, if you look at static aspects, black should be comfortably off here, right? But because the king is on g6, right? So white can looks like he may have some counterplay. But if he runs out of checks, then he's be gone. So black needs just one move to bring his rook to a safe square like c3 or something, right? So that's the danger, right? For example, if he gives queen g4 check, king f6, queen d4 check, he can't go king e7 because queen c5 check is losing that rook. If black gets just one move to rook to c3, he can definitely push for a win. I would favor black because the rook is on a3. I don't see how he can stop a perpetual check. Okay, so Fire is white. Okay, Rishi is black. All right. So queen g4, king f6. This is the one where black was an exchange up. White was an exchange up, right? How did this happen? Let's go back a bit. Because he lost the exchange.
Oh yeah, we saw this position, no? Knight d7.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I'm going to go back to the knight f8 position, which is move 21. Right? So he lost an exchange here. Knight f8, rook f8. So white should be clearly winning here. If you look at this position, probably should start with queen b3, provoke a weakness with b6, right? And bring the other rook to d1. And that way, he's controlling both the open files. And then because he has 3 versus 2, on the queen side, once he controls both the open files on d1 and c1, because he has 3 versus 2, maybe he should play queen b5 and then start pushing c4, b4, and then create a passed pawn. I think it should have been simple and it would have been over. Yeah. He plays rook d1. I think rook a d1 was better because you control both the files, right? Rook e d1, then you're giving a square on e5 for the queen. Queen c6, still should be winning. Should start pushing the pawns, c4, b4. That's simple, right? So queen e5. Because the knight is not having an outpost. I think that's the thing we need to understand, right? You can always kick this knight. It doesn't have a good square on d5, right? So I think that's the mistake. Queen e4, queen b6, rook b1, rook c8, queen d4, queen a6. White is just playing without a plan. right? So yeah, now he
So
made
yeah,
it
that was also good.
yeah, he made it difficult for himself to push the b pawn. Okay, so now he lost a pawn and then he got into this. Okay, let's get to the last position. So looks like some things are changing. Okay, still he didn't play queen g4 check. He's played f4. I don't like f4 actually, because it limits the mobility of your queen, right? Your queen controlled a lot of squares. It could have moved in so many different directions. Now you can only go to g5 and you can go king f7, right? And then queen h5, king e7, and then it's very, I don't see a lot of checks. Maybe you can play queen g5, king f7, queen h5. You can just play king f6, right? So black is clearly out of danger. He just has to put his rook on c3 and then push b5, b4. I don't see any way. G4 is also quite risky.
I think queen d8 directly would be a appropriate continuation for white now.
Queen d8, okay.
Yeah.
Queen d8, I should just try and put the rook on a safe square, right? Maybe e3 or c3. I have to give up one of these pawns. Maybe e3.
Okay, 3 and now white can try for the perpetuals. I don't think there is any other way.
Queen e8 check, king f6. Check. You can play queen d7, then maybe picking up the pawn, right?
Queen f8 check again, Karthik.
Okay.
Queen e8, king f6.
Yeah, that is a perpetual, right? That is a perpetual. Yeah. You can go for a perpetual, but I cannot. Yeah. I mean, if you play queen d7, I'll play b5. If you play queen a7, I'll play b4, right? It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to Aditya. He has 15 seconds. Let's see what's going on.
Sure.
Wow. So looks like, I think black is clearly winning here, because I don't see how the pawn can be stopped. Bishop a2 is forced, and then the b pawn is going to queen, right? So, all right, black's winning here. He has 24 seconds, but he has a 5-second increment, right? So he should be able to win this quite easily. So, all right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, I don't know why queen e5 check was winning a piece, but okay, bishop d8 is simple. All right, so this is wrapping up. So what other games are still on? So how much, I'm going to check the scores and how many games are left, yeah, while this is wrapping up. Looks like it made it difficult for himself now. Wow. How did he miss this? Bishop d8 was simple. So.
Yeah, now this is difficult.
Yeah, with few seconds. I think this is what happens when you have few seconds on the clock. I think important thing to ask is, what is your opponent's idea, right?
Yeah.
Now looks like white is winning. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is really unfortunate. Black played a fantastic game till the end, and it's really unfortunate. I think black deserved to win this game. I think in time pressure he's blundered off. Yeah, he has 16 minutes. I think he should win this.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is really unfortunate. I actually really like the way Aditya played the whole game. So he put a pawn on h4, bishop on g3. It's truly unfortunate. Hard luck, Aditya. I think the game was over decided in the last 30 seconds, unfortunately. Okay. Are there only 2 games left? So Amit, you need to give us the scores on the WhatsApp group, please.
I think by this game, Hobbits must be very close winning this.
I don't have the score yet. It says still 12.5, 10.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got it.
What is that? Sorry, Anish is ready. Akshat versus Akshay. What happened? I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, I missed this. Okay. So, Amit, can you give us the scores?
I think he just updated. It's 13.5 and 10.5.
Okay. How many games are pending?
Can we go to board number one, Karthik?
Sure. Is it still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay.
Board number 1 and board number 5. I think these are the board numbers, and 3 games are still on, I believe. As per the
I think board number
sheet,
1
what
looks
I
like
see.
it's done. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah Campbell. Okay. So looks like black won that in that position. The 3 pawns position. So what is pending then? Okay. Rishi is still playing. I see him playing. Anyone else still playing?
Two games.
Okay. Okay. Rahul Ramesh is playing, it seems.
Hobbits already reached the winning margin.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, it's 14.5.
Okay, looks like let's just get a confirmation from Amit.
Yeah, he just updated the spreadsheet.
Okay, looks like 2
and,
games are pending.
Yeah.
So 2 games are pending. So we have a score of 14.5 to 11.5, I think. So something, I think one game is still missing. Okay. Akshay versus Akshat. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to pull that game here, Karthik?
Yes. So I'm gonna ask Amit to judge those, okay? I just want to be a little lenient to kids just this time. If they have mouse slipped or something like that, right? If they have disconnected or something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll just look at the position and then we'll decide. So, okay, let's ask which game should we look at. So he's saying 2 games, right? So one is Anish and second is Akshay. So let's look at those 2 games and then we'll make a call based on the position. So chess pie is Anish. So what happened here? Okay. Okay, looks like a mouse slip here, right? Queen e3. Okay, clearly looks like a mouse slip here. So what do you suggest? Can we? I just want to look at the evaluation and award it. So can you give it a draw? It looks equalish. From next time we'll be strict. Next time we'll be strict. I mean, it's just that it's a genuine mouse slip. Yeah, it's maybe white is slightly better, but I think it's fair to say it's equal. Can we award it a draw? Are you fine with it, Rishi? Rishi, what do you think?
Yeah, this looks pretty equal, Karthik.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll award this a draw. I'm just going to message her. So we'll award a draw for Anish. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell okay, so we have one more, right, to judge. What was the issue with Akshat? Okay, was it a mouse slip as well? Let's see that game. Okay, Akshay versus Akshat. Okay, this is the one. So okay, let's see what happened here.
It's going on.
1 2 84, knight c6, sorry, knight e6. Okay, queen b6 looks not like a mouse slip, it looks like a blunder. Looks like he overlooked bishop b6. But even otherwise, looks like he played queen b6 and blundered a queen. But even otherwise, black's position looks quite messy, right? Because even if he goes queen a5 or something, there is a discovered check, knight c5 and knight e4. If he can go to move number 17, I think that's where he played queen b6 and blundered his queen.
Yeah,
I'm more inclined to award this to white because queen b, even if he plays queen a5 or something, I think still knight c5 seems to be clearly winning, right? Or if you play queen e7 or something, still knight g5, white's position is clearly better in my opinion. It's close to winning.
Yeah, white is clearly better because this knight g5 and all, everything is coming. So, anything you play, the position is not that great.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you play queen e7, knight g5 check, and then yeah, I mean, whatever you do, right? Let's say king f8, then knight e4, queen e4, bishop c5 check, and then king has to move to e8 or knight e7, then rook e1, right? That's lost. So yeah, I'm gonna award this to white. Okay, chess king 7-1-7. Who's that? Akshay. I hope you're okay with that. That thing is fair.
Yep, perfect. Right. And we still have one or two games still pending.
So we just have Rishi's game, I guess. So let's see. It's the last game. Okay. So looks like white won here. So looks like something happened. So let's go back for a moment, right? This was the rook and knight versus rook.
Sure.
And Amit, if you can just give us the score on the WhatsApp, please, and update it as well live. So we have all games done. So looks like somewhere he messed up. So let's see. Queen g5 check. If we go to move 38, Rishi. Queen g5 check, king f7, queen h5, king f6, which is still fine. Queen g5, king f7, queen h5. I think black is trying to play for a win here. King e7, which is probably queen g6 is already trouble, I think, here, right? Yeah, queen g6 would have caused issues because he's losing a pawn, right? He played g3, which is not correct. Even now, I think simple move like rook c3 or something is still okay. Or even king f6 is fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. So let's see what happened here.
Correct.
See, the main theme here is you should keep your pieces in squares where they are defended by each other, right? Even a move, just a blind move like rook c3 or rook e3 where it's defended by the knight is defended by the pawn is good enough, right? Maybe rook e3, right? Because queen g6, then I can play king f8 because e6 is supported, d5 is supported, rook is supported, everything is supported. Even if you take these two pawns on the queen side, still it's almost impossible to win, right? So I think the mistake is black got ambitious and now his pieces are all not coordinated, right? So that's the problem.
Simply put your rook on e3 and take your king towards the queen side and start rolling those pawns.
Yeah, exactly.
A and B.
Exactly.
I think that would have been pretty easy.
Yeah, probably it would have been difficult to bring the king to queen side because your g7 is going and h pawn can roll. So I'll keep it on f6. You have to succumb to a perpetual check. But if white is trying for a win, then yes, you roll the pawns. But here, he lost a piece. Yeah, I think white had 17, black had 17 seconds. Probably it was in time pressure. Okay, so looks like all games are done. So let's go look at the scores. We had some adjustments now after the adjudications that we just did. So let's see what the score is. So I am still waiting for Amit. Amit, can you give us the scores? Can you update the scores? So let's see. So Adarsh is still pending. I don't see Adarsh and Rahul. So do we know what happened with Adarsh and Rahul's game? Adarsh versus Ihan and Rahul versus Harshini, Yoga Harshini. So let me check. Chess Pro. Alright, so let's check. So okay.
Who else is left?
Okay, so looks like we're waiting for. So I'm gonna ask for results. Looks like we're waiting for results. I am waiting for results on Adarsh and
this Ehan's ID.
Rahul's game. Okay, looks like Adarsh won. So looks like I'm seeing a message that Adarsh won. So I'm just gonna wait for confirmation.
Yep. Correct. Adarsh has won the game.
Okay.
So it's so we just have one more game to check.
So Adarsh 1-0. So I'm just updating the sheet. So right now it's 14-12. We have 2 games to go. So we are just waiting for the final 2. So looks like Adarsh has won. If Adarsh has won, it looks like so okay. Looks like Rahul. Oh, sorry, not Rahul. I made a mistake. So Adarsh has won. Okay. What about Rahul's game? So, do you have an update? I'm gonna check on the update.
Yeah, need to check. Yoga Harshini.
Rahul is rook. No, Rahul is shocking roll. It's a draw. It shows a draw.
Oh, again? First game was draw.
I don't know if it's the first or the second game though. So, okay. So one game is a draw. I don't know about the second game. So let me check again.
Yeah, I am going there.
Okay, so okay, Adarsh won. That's fine. Give me a second.
I think second game is also a draw.
Okay, can we get a confirmation?
Yeah, the results. That's what I see in the results.
I just want to confirm and then we are good.
Yeah, there were perpetuals. I think.
Okay, and I'm also gonna check once with Rahul as well. So hold on, Rahul, if he won. So let me also check the stream if somebody gave an update. Oh, okay. Let me look at the live chat. Someone won, other phone. Okay, looks like Adarsh has won. He just says he's won. Okay, looks like Adarsh has won. We are just waiting for Rahul's game result. So all right, looks like it's a draw. So I am.
Yeah, I just got the confirmation. Yeah, that's
Okay.
a draw.
Okay, so what are the
So-
final scores? Let's tally this. So
It's
looks like Amit is
15
updating.
and a half. Actually.
Is it? Okay, the sheet is loading. We should have the final results any moment. Just we're waiting for the final scores. Okay, still waiting.
Yeah, he just updated. He has done the updates.
Okay, I don't see the total though. So do you see it? I'm not able to see it for some reason. So
It's 15 and a half and 12 and a half.
oh, that's the final one. Okay.
Yeah, you can refresh the spreadsheet. I just refreshed the spreadsheet.
Okay, it's just slow for me. Okay. So all right. So looks like the final score is 15 and a half to 12 and a half. Right. That's the final.
You have to
score.
update on the screen, Karthik.
I'll do that. Yes. So looks like Hobbits have won 15 and a half to 12 and a half.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Hobbits. Thank you everyone for participating. There are a lot of interesting games. It was a very close match. Till the last few minutes, we didn't know who's going to win. So it was. I mean, it was well balanced. In fact, Maestro started with 5-0, and then Hobbits got 5-5. I think right from get-go, it was a very, very closely fought match. So I'm just going to update the score. It's 15 and a half to 12 and a half, and then we should be able to wrap up. Just a moment.
Yeah, sure, Karthik. And Karthik, do you want to announce this? We are planning to meet every fourth Saturday of the month.
Yes. Thank you, Rishi. Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead? Why don't you announce it? Let me fix this in the meantime.
Yeah, sure. So guys, we had multiple discussions around it, and we have came to a conclusion that this is helping for both the academies, both the students of the academies, since due to pandemic there are no tournaments and all. So this is giving a good atmosphere for the players to to play some live games with the different players. So this is really helping. We received feedback from different corners. So we decided to have this every fourth Saturday for every month. So again, next month on fourth Saturday we will be meeting again.
Yes. Thank you, Rishi. Thank you. Thanks to you. Thanks to Amit, especially. He's the man behind the scenes, pulling all this together, right? And and also thanks to all the players and parents. Always there is one team which wins, but more importantly, everybody learns. Everybody has fun. It's really well fought games, and there is a really charged up atmosphere. And I really liked how we had everybody introduced this morning. So everybody, you could see the energy and enthusiasm. So I really thank every one of you, and we'll be looking forward to our next match, which will be on the 4th Saturday of July, which is, give me a moment, I'm just looking at my calendar. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be July the 24th. Yeah, so that's the 4th Saturday of July. So next match is going to be on July the 24th, same time. It's going to be 7 p.m. for India and 9:30 a.m. for US. All right, and again, happy birthday again. So enjoy the last few minutes of the evening left, and then have fun, and we'll see you next week, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Yep, thank you. Thanks, Karthik. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rishi.